The White House. The United States has three branches of federal government: the executive branch, President; the legislative branch, Congress; and the judicial branch, Supreme Court. The White House is a symbol that represents the United States and its democracy. The White House is a well-known landmark in the United States. It is in Washington, D.C., the capital of our nation. The White House is famous because the President of the United States lives and works there. The White House is divided into three parts. So this blue part here is the West Wing. The President works in this part. The President's office is famous too. It's called the Oval Office. If you see this label pointing to the oval, that's the Oval Office. Now let's move over to the green heading, the main building. The President and his or her family live in this part. And then the East Wing is the orange. This part has guest areas and sometimes offices for the President's spouse. Spouse is a fancy word for wife. The White House was completed in 1800. Every president except the first president, George Washington, has lived and worked there. The White House is located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest in Washington, D.C., 2500. Any citizen of the United States can mail a letter to the President using this address. If you would like to say something to the President, all you have to do is write a letter and mail it. Government buildings. The legislative branch of the United States government works in the U.S. Capitol building. The U.S. Capitol is a symbol that represents democracy in the United States because it is where the United States Congress works to create laws and govern our country. Congress is made up of representatives and senators from each state, so everyone is represented. It is located in Washington, D.C. So this is the U.S. Capitol building. The judicial branch of the United States has its highest court in Washington, D.C., at the U.S. Supreme Court building. The judicial branch also includes federal courts. The courts have power of judicial review on other branches of government. They try cases involving federal and constitutional law. They make sure laws are applied correctly. So this is the U.S.